And back here live, CMA Fest continues, rolls on 2024 here live from the Music City Center in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. It was a little bit kind of humid last night when I got to the airport, and today it's kind of like just you don't feel those hot temperatures coming through. But again, here at KKTC, True Country 99.9 and our friends at HighTideCountry.net. Told you we guys were going to get him, and it was like at the airport, delayed in Dallas last night, but he's with us here. Chase Wright on the Backstage Pass. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Good to have you, man, too, as well. And let's talk about this latest single. I just dive right into it. Never been done before. A couple of weeks ago, you guys released this. You guys had a show already today because this is a crazy week that it is. CMA Fest, talk about the show and the single.
Yeah, so show was earlier at noon, and it was a scorcher. It is hot outside, man. It is hot. So today's the hottest day of the week, thankfully, right? Our only outdoor show was earlier, right, in the hottest day. But yeah, single, never been done before. Came out a couple weeks ago, and probably my favorite song that I've ever put out. And it's crazy though, so only being out for 2 weeks, the song that people were singing the most today was that one. And so I was just loving it, and I was like, this is super cool. The fact that it's so young, I was like, I think we might have something good here.
Talk about that, because this week is so good to give back to those fans that want to come out there and support you. And I got mauled this morning. I felt it outside with like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning, right here at the Music City Center where all this goes down. It's like people rushing in to see Dolly, and I'm walking out a door to get to this very location here. And you almost don't go out the side door because I just couldn't get out of that. He goes, don't go that way. But just, man, the passion the fans have, and it's just day one today. It's going to be this way all week. It's crazy. But to give back to the fans, for you guys as artists, how important is that?
Awesome. And there's no other place that we can play where 100,000 country music fans come into town. There's free stages set up everywhere, and so it's a really different vibe for us as the artists. But I mean, it's just great. There's people from all over the place. I met somebody from Italy today, Montreal, Canada. It's just they're all coming from all over the place to come see what Nashville has. And I mean, stages everywhere. It's just there's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Now, we talked about the latest single there, never been done before, but always, you guys know musicians never rest on their laurels. There's always something else to work on, or a new collection of songs, or an EP, and get ready for some more releases. What currently kind of in the bag, and what can fans kind of expect over these next few weeks to months?
Yeah, so got another single coming in like a month or so. And then an album in September, and then tour to follow that. And so busy rest of the year. Yeah, never been done before. Came out a couple weeks ago, and yeah, we got one in 6 weeks and an album coming in a couple months, and it's just boom, boom, boom. And then we got like Christmas song after that, and then it just never like ends, which is like awesome though. I always like having something to work on and get like going and touring again at the end of the year, which I'm fired up about. So just work.
Tell me about yours growing up, your inspiration, because I love your style of music. I love the storytelling aspect of it too. But those artists that kind of shaped and paved the way for you as an artist now when you grew up.
Yeah, so growing up, I listened to pretty much everything my dad listened to, right? And so my dad listened to a lot of Three Doors Down growing up, a lot of Keith Urban, and then when I started to grow up a little bit, I mean, we also listened. I mean, it was like Goo Goo Dolls, it was Usher. I mean, just so many different things, right? And then as I got a little bit older, Sam Hunt played a huge like role in stuff that I was listening to and making, and probably the biggest artist that I like look up to for a lot of different things. So I think having like the Three Doors Down, which I listened to so much growing up, like those heavy choruses, every song has so much energy in it. And Sam's cool new country storytelling side of things. I think all of that mixed together is like where I kind of get my like vibe.
Take me a little bit now. We'll go back to school here. 101, Music 101. Take me to the Chase Wright songwriting aspect of school. What are you looking forward most to when writing a song, co-writing a song, or even something gets pitched to you and you're like, is this a fit for me or not? Take me through that school of 101 Hard Knocks, Chase Wright songwriting.
Yeah. So, I mean, writing is something I love. I think I've written every song I've put out except for 2. And so, it's just awesome. I think the biggest thing that I look for in a song is the like idea. A lot of some people love like just a feel good song. It doesn't really have much weight to it and much meaning, but it makes you feel something. That's never been like me, and I feel like that's something that I probably need, right? Just a feel good drinking song, windows down. It's like I just need to have something with some weight, some meaning, some like emotion in it, right? And so that's really what I look for, and the titles that I like throw out for like in writing sessions always have some sort of deeper meaning to them. And that's probably the top of my list.
It's cool to see this industry right now, Chase, as healthy as it's been in probably decades, maybe since 90s country. And that's what I grew up on, loving that sound with so many people like down my neck of the woods when you had Clay Walker and Mark Chestnut, Tracy Byrd go off and do their thing from Beaumont, George Jones. historical figure from my era, country music legend. And I can't recall maybe since that late 90s to early 2000 push that it's been this healthy with so much talent in the city from a singer songwriter aspect. I mean, for you guys, that's got to be motivation to see these box office people do their thing and play Nissan and motivate you guys to get on that Nissan stage one day, right?
Oh, definitely. And I think this is just such a cool era because I mean the best song wins no matter what. We got TikTok, Instagram, all those things where it's like if you have a great song, people will find it, people will share it, and that's just such a cool like era to be in because I feel like for a while it was just like hard to break in, right? And now we're at a like time where you could record a song in your bedroom and be the next biggest like star, right? Which is crazy, but it's also like so like cool that that's even possible.
Hey, let's throw around a little fun topics here with rapid fire. I've kind of been doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that today too. But sports, when it comes to college or a little bit of NFL pro teams, what do you get into?
So grew up an Indianapolis Colts fan. Peyton Manning is like top dog for us, right? Peyton Manning is it. And so Indianapolis Colts fan. But when I moved to Nashville, it was tough to watch the Colts game because I didn't have money to buy like the NFL package. So I started watching Titans games. So now I'm kind of a Titans fan, right? So it's just weird. It's Colts Titans, which is terrible because they're rivals, right? So it's tough. But that's like pretty much it. Yeah.
I used to be a Texans fan, being from down there too in Texas. But of course, it's whatever. Just a few years ago, you got a little bit aggravated at your franchise and things. They trade players that are your favorite players, and you kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, you're back now. I mean, the team is popping. I mean, okay, listen, you lose Deshaun Watson. Yeah, that's tough, but it's not because you got CJ, which is better than Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you're probably mad, but now you're like back, man.
And I still love, like I said, pay attention to the Texans, still watch the Cowboys, and then of course I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan, so that's another story for another day too. But I love Kyler Murray, the Texas, just aspect of it. And I got to go out there and see the Cardinals play a couple of games at State Farm a couple of years ago, and I kind of think you want to put all the pieces together. And it didn't take long for Houston to kind of come back into the picture, and I was surprised. 11-7 rookie quarterback, and then put some good receivers around him and some good playmakers. And hiring D'Amico Ryans was a smart move too.
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, I just want to say sorry because you had some pretty rough years. You had some pretty rough years. The Texans are not that great. They like weren't. They are now. Dallas is Dallas, right? I mean, it's like tough. Cardinals, man, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. But yeah, hey, you're like back though. You're back.
We're a little bit back, which is good out there too as well. Check out the latest single across all the streaming platforms out there too. We're going to be playing it over the next few weeks on KKTC True Country 99.9. It's Chase Wright out there too. Hell of a show today and a great week lined up here at CMA Fest 2024. Appreciate you being with us.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Got it. Chase Wright out there across all the platforms. We're back here in a little bit. I think there's one or two more left. And if we're not back, then we wrap up day one coverage. Head over to Whiskey Bent tonight from 6 to 9 for the live remote there, too. Again, hightidecountry.net, KKTC, True Country 99.9. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Take care and have a great night.